leap of Koa. In the heart of the Australian outback, where red sand stretched endlessly under a blazing sun, a young kangaroo named Koa lived with his mob. Koa was not like the other kangaroos. While his brothers and sisters took pride in their strength and speed, he was always fascinated by the horizon, by the places beyond the hills, the whispers of the wind, and the unknown world that lay ahead. Koa's mother, Marla, often told him, "Stay with the mob, Koa. The outback is dangerous, and a lone kangaroo does not survive for long." But Koa's heart longed for adventure. Every night, as the others slept, he gazed at the stars, dreaming of what lay beyond the boundaries of his home. The challenge. One evening, the elder kangaroo of the mob, Old Jaren, gathered the young joeys and spoke of the Great Leap, a tradition where the strongest and bravest kangaroos would leap across Crocodile Gorge, proving their courage. The one who succeeds, Jaren said, his deep voice echoing, will be honored as a true warrior. The thought sent shivers down Koa's spine. He had heard stories of the gorge, a deep, treacherous canyon where crocodiles lurked, waiting for any creature foolish enough to fall. Koa's older brother, Balar, smirked. "Only the strongest can make the leap," he said. "You're better off watching from the sidelines, Koa." The others laughed, but Koa clenched his fists. He was smaller than Balar, but he was fast, and more than that, he had a fire inside him that refused to be dimmed. A secret training. Determined to prove himself, Koa trained in secret. Every dawn, before the others woke, he practiced his jumps, pushing his legs harder with each leap. He watched how the wind moved the grass and learned to use it to his advantage. One night, while Koa was practicing alone near the gorge, he heard a strange sound, a cry of distress. He followed the noise and found a small wallaby trapped in a thorn bush, its tiny body trembling. "Help," the wallaby whimpered. Koa carefully pulled the thorns apart, freeing the creature. "What's your name?" he asked. "Tico," the wallaby replied, eyes wide with gratitude. From that night on, Tico became Koa's silent supporter, watching him train and encouraging him when he felt doubt creeping in. The day of the leap. The day of the Great Leap arrived. The mob gathered at the edge of Crocodile Gorge, where the wind howled through the deep canyon. Below, the murky water stirred, revealing the dark shapes of crocodiles waiting hungrily. One by one, the strongest kangaroos took their turn. Balar leapt across effortlessly, landing with a proud grin. Others followed, some barely making it. Then it was Koa's turn. The crowd murmured as he stepped forward. Balar chuckled, "Turn back now, little brother." But Koa ignored him. He closed his eyes, feeling the wind. He had trained for this. He had saved Tico. He was ready. With all his strength, Koa pushed off the ground. For a moment he was flying, but the wind shifted suddenly, throwing him off course. The mob gasped as he teetered on the edge of the far side, his back legs slipping. Just as he was about to fall, a small voice shouted, "Koa, you can do it!" Tico's voice. Summoning every last ounce of energy, Koa kicked off the rocky ledge. Pulling himself up, he had done it. Silence filled the air before the mob erupted in cheers. Even Balar looked at him with something that resembled respect. The true leap. That night, under the stars, Koa realized something. The Great Leap was not just about strength. It was about courage, determination, and the friends who believed in you. And as he gazed at the endless horizon, he knew that his journey had only just begun.